Hello, I am Chandra Bronstead, the wellness nurse up in the Milwaukee metropolitan area, and I am here to tell you about the Mobile Guardian 2.0 wear in a watch band, and you can even wear the little button around your neck. So I'm going to just show you the parts of this device that you will get and how it works, what you should do with it. So you're going to get a box like this and a box like this. It'll have this little brochure. The little brochure tells you how you can wear the button, just some brief information. You do not need to concern yourself with this part where it says pairing your devices, because that has already been done for you at the factory. Inside your box, you'll open your box by just sliding the cover off, and I'm going to set that aside. You will have another box here. Just pull the top off, and inside of here, you're going to have these two pieces. And when you take the top piece of foam off, you have your other pieces. There's 4 pieces here. There's a belt clip, a charger, like a cell phone. You have a lanyard. It's in the plastic bag. I'll open that in just a moment. And you also have your charging cord. So here's your lanyard. Unlike the mini device, if you've seen any of the mini devices, this lanyard is not magnetic. It just pushes in. It's a safety device. If you give it a tug, it comes unsnapped. And it just snaps back together. You have to give it a good push. And of course, when I'm doing it there we go. This is a safety device so that if you were wearing it around your neck and it got caught on the arm of a chair, if you bent over and it gets caught on a cabinet knob, it will pop off. Now this goes with the big piece. So yes, you are going to have a button that you can wear on your wrist, or a small button that you can wear around your neck. I'll explain more about those buttons in a moment, but you also have the option of not wearing the button and wearing this piece here. This piece is what I would call your call. This is what's going to make a phone call to the emergency services. So you can use this as a standalone piece by simply pushing this button here. And it will make the phone call for you. Here is the speaker, and here is the microphone. This is the piece that you communicate with the call center on. The button itself, well, let me finish with this. This piece needs to be charged, and I suggest if you're going to be using your call button, the wrist piece, or the button that you'll wear around your neck as a small button, those pieces need to be within 500 feet of this device for your call to go through. Those buttons are only what I would consider a remote control, that when you push them, they send a signal to this device to make the phone call. So if you are going to travel more than 500 feet away from this device, you need to take this device with you. You're leaving the house, you're going outside, your house is really big, you're going to need to take this device and either wear it around your neck, or you can take the lanyard off by simply popping it off, and then you can put on this clip and clip this to your waistband of your pants, your pocket, your purse strap, It's small enough you can put it in your bra in the center if you want, because you need to keep this within that 500 feet of your call button, which I will show you in just a moment. This piece also, then, if you aren't close enough to it, you're not going to hear the call center, and they're not going to be able to hear you. So if you're outside but you're within 500 feet of this is inside, you're outside the window of the room where this sits, your call will go through if you press it for an emergency, but you're not going to hear them and they're not going to hear you. If the call center cannot hear your voice, they will automatically send emergency assistance. So if you accidentally push your button when you're outside and you don't know it, the call center is going to be sending you assistance. So the belt clip, if you leave it on, it does fit in the charger. And you saw that I had the lanyard on and it still fit inside the charger. I recommend, if you're going to wear the wristband or the neck button, that you keep this in the charger. And at night, maybe this is sitting on the nightstand next to your bed. It does need to be put into a wall and charging. They do not recommend that you put it into an outlet that is controlled by a light switch, or where you're going to have to plug it into a power strip. It should be in an outlet, plugged into an outlet that's going to be on all the time. This device will last about 3 to 4 days on a full charge. So if you are taking it out in the morning and taking it to work with you, to church with you, in your car to the grocery store, it's going to hold enough of a charge for up to 3 to 4 days. I recommend, though, that maybe you get in the habit of leaving it in the charger until you're ready to travel over 500 feet away, then take it with you. And the moment you return, you put this back into the charger. If you were to be using it in your house, and let's say you keep this in your bedroom and you're in the bathroom and you need emergency assistance, you can push your button on your watch or your neckband and it will connect. You may be able to hear, depending on how well your hearing is, and depending on how loud you speak, you will be able to get a message to the call center. It is able to pick up. The microphone is quite sensitive. Onto the button. The buttons are in a little box that you will get also, and there's 2 pieces. It is going to come in the neck lanyard attached here, with the neck lanyard attached. This is, again, I'm going to pull this off. This, again, is a quick release. I'm not going to undo this lanyard, but I don't know if you can see. You just give it a little push and it pops in there, and you can twist, pull it out, and it comes undone. This button is, if you push it, is going to, you have to push and hold for approximately 2 seconds. When you push it, again, this is a remote. It's going to send a signal to this device here, and this device is what's actually going to make that phone call for you. You cannot talk into this. I mean, you could, but there's no speaker, nor is there a microphone. If you want to wear it in the wristband, here's the wristband. I'm just going to untangle it. So what you would do, here's the wristband and the button. When you look closely at this, you will see there's an outer ring and an inner ring. I am pushing from behind, so I'm going to hold it like this. And, oh, I'm sorry. I push from the front. So now I've got my thumb pushing the inner black ring on the front. Don't push the button because it's going to make a call for you if you do. But as you push on that ring, around the edge of the ring, the button comes out. Here is your button. And here is your neck lanyard. Here's the wrist piece. In order to get it into the wrist piece, you just take it from behind and give it a push into the wrist piece until it fits snug in there. The wrist piece goes around your wrist like this, and it goes into the hole from on top. You find the hole that's going to fit, and then you push the little button. You'll see there's a little button there that goes up into the hole. So let me pull this out. There it is. There it is in. If your wrist is very small and you find that this tail is too long, simply take a scissors, and you can see those indents. Just trim off a couple along the indent. You want to do it on a curve so that it's not poking you. It's pretty comfortable. This here also, the button itself, whether worn around your neck or in the wristband, is waterproof. You could do your dishes with it on. It probably would be uncomfortable being a little wet, but if you want, you could do your dishes with it on. Just dry it off. It's fully enclosed. This piece here also is waterproof. It does have a speaker. You really don't, I would recommend, you can take a shower with it, but dry it off right away. This piece here, whether it's on your neck or on your wrist, you can take a shower with it. However, if you are not going to wear it in the shower, I recommend getting some hooks that you can, a hook that you can hang on the wall right outside of your shower curtain, so that if you were to fall, you would have your button close at hand. Hooks such as these are those ones you can stick on the wall and pull back off. They make them by 3M. These are just some generic ones. I believe I got two different kinds, but I'll open one of these up and show you what I'm talking about. If you hang the hook at waist level, you could then hang your wristband on it. You could hang the lanyard on it, and your button is going to be low enough so that if you were laying on the floor, you would be able to push it and get help. Don't hang it up high, because if you're laying on the floor, you're not going to be able to reach it. So you want to have something that you want to judge depending on your height, and if you were laying on the floor, your arm reach, how high you need to hang this so that you could still reach it and use it. Let's see what else I might be missing. So to use it, what you're going to do, you would press and hold your button. Press down on it for up to 2 seconds. You're going to then see it light up, and you're going to hear it make noise. It's going to tell you if you are close enough to this, because this is where you're going to hear the noise from. It will tell you that it is contacting the help center, or whatever their recording says, it's contacting, getting you assistance. You might hear a series of beeps. You might hear a ringing, and then within the first 90 seconds, somebody is going to answer that other end of the phone, and they're going to most likely state your name and ask if you need help. If you need help, please let them know what's going on. They will ask you more definitive questions. If you are just testing your button, which we ask that you do test your button at least once a month, you would let them know you're just testing the button. We ask that when you first get your button, you get this set up in your house, that you give it an initial call so that you are aware of what's going to happen when you push the button, and then you test it again at least once a month. So again, this button here, whether it's on your wrist or around your neck, does not work independently. It is essentially a remote control that when you push it, it's going to send a message to this device and tell it to make the emergency phone call for you. On the side of this one, there's a button here. And if you press that, I don't have this one charged, so I don't know that it's going to say anything. But if you press it, it will tell you the strength of your signal, and it will tell you your battery charge, whether it's a full charge or you should charge it soon. It'll tell you something along that lines. The other thing is you don't need to push that side button. If you push the button in the center on here or here and your call goes through to the emergency call center, you can ask them how it looks on their end also. If you do accidentally push it, you are going to also hear a message that says you may cancel the call within the first within a certain amount of time if you press and hold your button for 6 seconds. The company has told us they would prefer that you just let the call go through. Don't cancel the button. Let the call go through and just tell them you accidentally pressed it, so you're testing. And they'll be fine with that. We do not get charged. The School Sisters will not get charged for accidental pushes or testing pushes. Those are built into your plan. If you have any questions or concerns after receiving your device and giving it a try, please reach out to your wellness coordinator and they will get you in touch with one of us that will be able to assist you with it. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy and find your emergency call button worthwhile.